Imagine this, a world reshaped by one man's dark ambition, a single moment that set history on a path of irreversible transformation. 10 months ago, an unlikely advisor whispered a radical idea into Hitler's ear, igniting a chain reaction that would alter everything. 6 months ago, his forces swept into the Soviet Union, capturing vast territories like Russia and Ukraine with ruthless precision. The world gasped as the balance of power shifted in an instant. 5 months ago, America, gripped by fear of an unwinnable conflict, chose silence over intervention, leaving the stage set for an unprecedented global showdown. 4 months ago, Hitler's vision neared completion as nearly every inch of the earth fell under his control, except for one defiant stronghold, America. 3 months ago, driven by an insatiable hunger for total domination, he led his vast armies to strike at the heart of the free world. And then, just 10 days ago, a cataclysmic battle unfolded, culminating in Nazi forces emerging victorious on American soil. Now the world trembles under a dark, twisted empire. In the wake of victory, a grotesque celebration erupted, the biggest party the world has ever seen, as New York's skyline was transformed overnight into a chilling sea of Nazi flags. 2 days later, despair pushed millions to choose death over life under tyranny. And 5 days on, riots erupted across the globe, a desperate outcry against oppression that was swiftly and brutally silenced. 15 days later, the enslaving of Slavic peoples began, and 25 days in, Christianity was eradicated as incompatible with progress. At 30 days, the Nazis declared the Aryan race supreme, all while unveiling the terrifying power of nuclear bombs. 35 days later, draconian laws plunged entire populations into starvation. 40 days after victory, countless assassination attempts on the immortal dictator failed, and 50 days in, the Holocaust reached horrific new heights. 75 days later, the vibrant cultures of countless nations were erased, and within 100 days, 50 million lives were brutally extinguished. Hey, if you're as captivated as we are by this dark alternate history, hit that subscribe button now and join us for every shocking twist. After 270 days, a grim edict was issued. Only children of pure German lineage were allowed to survive, while Slavic peoples were condemned to a life of servitude. 1 year later, German became the global language as Nazi schools indoctrinated a new generation with the twisted belief in Aryan supremacy. 2 years in, wealth became synonymous with allegiance. And by 4 years, the regime's demand for more German heirs intensified. After 5 years, a mysterious policy on organic agriculture emerged, a small facade in an otherwise brutal state. Then 10 years later, the systematic extermination of entire communities, including Jews, homosexuals, and gypsies, reached its horrifying apex. 15 years on, after relentless research, the Nazis unveiled the perfect bioweapon, and 20 years later, in a stunning display of arrogance, they became the first to step on the moon. 25 years later, the demographic landscape was irrevocably altered, until after 30 years, the tyrant finally succumbed to old age, leaving behind a legacy so twisted it would later be celebrated by a warped generation as heroic. 100 years into this alternate timeline, a chilling reminder echoes, a stark, unforgettable vision of what might have been. This is not merely a tale of alternate history, it is a call to remember our past and to stand ever vigilant against the darkness that threatens to rise again.